I know exactly what you're saying. So one of our selling points, this is a question that comes up regularly with our Sales Accelerator training program over at salesman.org. People ask us, what's the upsell? And my answer is there is no upsell because I don't have enough time to build any more products, and I'm not coaching anyone personally because I don't have time to do it. The product is the product, but it's a question that comes up, and it's an object. I guess it's an objection that comes up regularly with us because people are almost primed to it at this point. Of we're kind of digressing here and going down a different pathway of the conversation as well. I'll drag it back in a second, but that is a regular objection that comes up for us. I don't know if it's the same with you.
Well, so for us, we do have upsells. We've got the entire system built out. So you can join Email 10K. I don't need to even say the price in case we raise it, but it's like a 4-figure price. You join Email 10K, which is our course. And then our ideal is you go through the course and you're either successful on your own. You're in our private community. We're helping you there. Or you want somebody to do it for you. And then in that case, the upsell just comes naturally because we run a lead gen agency. We run a marketing agency. So you work with our agency, done for you. Or if you want more coaching, we also have Institute of Sales. So we have the upsells in there. I just think it's a very different game. I could grab Grant Cardone's business model and lay it on Email 10K. I think it would work pretty well. I'm not against the business model at all.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, well, let's go back to cold email for a second. Let's go back to B2B sales, right? How do you cadence? What do you do messaging wise? What do you do when you're reaching out to people that you know, because you've done your research ahead of time? That's what I'm taking away from this conversation. You've already done your research. When you're doing cold email, you're not just spamming the whole market. You're going after the golden geese, right? What's your messaging and cadence look like to get in front of those individuals?
Sure, and I think you made a very interesting point. And there are these groups in the cold email world now. The whole thing's been fractured. Who knows? Who knows? Who knew how it would evolve? But no, there are these people that they're of the mindset where if your market is like 30,000 to 100,000 contacts, you should be basically spamming. Like write a good email and then blast it out to all these people. I specialize in the golden geese, which are like the high value people where there's fewer of them. Like when we were starting X27, there were 3,000 people in our 3,000 agencies that were qualified that we could work with. So if we spammed all 3,000 of them in 1 week, we would have blown it, And we did eventually end up talking to all 3,000 and had to pivot niches. So I learned this the hard way. But yeah, so what we're doing in our cold email is we are customizing every single email, at least the first sentence. And the structure that I like is first sentence is a compliment, butter them up. Second sentence is a case study. We've worked with somebody like you in the past, and we got this result. Third sentence is an ask. Like, hey, we'd love to do the same for you. We're around this week for a quick call. That's it. So, hey, Will, loved the interview you did with Jared Glant. Big fan of Grant Cardone and love your question style. Amazing work with the podcast. We help consulting-driven businesses generate more sponsorships, and we've done the same for the Alex Berman channel where we generate $10,000 a month for them. Would love to do the same for you. Are you around for a quick call this week? Let me know and I'll send over a few times.
And what kind of don't share this if you feel it's confidential, but what kind of reply rates are you getting with these? Because that is pretty specific. That is going beyond what most people would send as a gold email.
And it sounds like it's tough, but when you break it down, it really is like customized compliment that takes 2 minutes to write. I could have written that compliment by looking at your YouTube channel, seeing Jared. I know Jared, like there, sentence done. The case study is going to be the same for everybody in the market. Like it's a specific market. This would be, we're just selling to, personality driven podcast companies or personality driven B2B companies like that. And then the ask is stuck. So it seems like it takes a lot more work, but it really only takes about 2 to 3 minutes an email.
And from those emails, Alex, what kind of reply rate are you getting? Is this the industry standard might be 1%? Okay. What are you getting from your side?
Yeah. So we're typically looking for between a 3 to 6% meeting book rate. So we're not looking at reply rates. I mean, I will when I'm trying to optimize it.
Sure.
But we're looking at, you send 100 emails, you get 6 qualified meetings on the calendar.
Yeah, that would blow most email campaign rates out of the water. That'd be incredible for most organizations.
Yeah. And I think people look at the wrong thing. They're like, what's our reply rate? And it's like, I could send an email with 100% reply rate. But it's what percentage of your customers are actually booking a meeting with you?
Yeah.
And it's like, if you take a couple of the right steps up front, exactly what we're talking about in Email 10K, a couple of these right steps up front, you can jump everyone so quickly.